Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero running on Nintendo Switch. Alright. People keep saying there was a big accident in the Harbor District this morning. Well, it should be far enough away that it doesn't affect customer traffic. The sudden spike in accidents is problematic for us, to say the least. Yeah, how inconvenient for you. Hey, don't you think the girls sitting in those center seats are super cute? I sure do. I think I'll give them some of my prototype dishes on the house. Yeah, well, try not to give them your man chowder. Steltio likes to duck out of the kitchen occasionally during his shifts. From the sound of it, he serves our customers dishes they didn't even order. I can't begin to fathom what goes through that boy's head. Sip, huh? My issue of the Crossbell Times is nowhere to be found. I must have left it at home before heading out. Okay, thanks, I guess. Wait, didn't the quest giver say they were here? So many police officers today. They've been patrolling the city since morning, I think. The chef keeps on peeking out of the kitchen for some reason. He even waved at me when our eyes locked. What's his deal? Aren't these like children? Why does the chef think children are cute? And not the children are cute way. I was finally able to experience an Arc and Seal show yesterday, and it was amazing. I'm definitely going to pick up the fan book I saw. Wait, isn't the quest giver here? Where is the quest giver? Most days I'm in the kitchen having said and which can be found in Central Square. Meet me there. Steltio? Steltio's supposed to give me the quest. You. Get food. You have 2 peculiar dishes. Sorry, it looks like you're still short. You're going to need at least 10. Oh, it's because I never finished this. It's because I never finished the other quest. I can't finish this quest. I can't even start this quest. Interesting. Campbell State Residential District. Okay, let's go there then. Well, I'm not going to finish that other quest. It wants me to buy 10 dishes with the fraction of the money that I earned in this game. If I bought 10 dishes, I'd be in the hole and not be able to buy weapons and armor or items at all. Because the game is so stingy. This is the House of Representative Campbell who sent the request. Oh, we're searching for someone important, right? It sounded like the representative was freaking out. Hey, doesn't Mademoiselle Elise Grams live around these parts? You happen to know this Campbell guy? Well, about as much as fellow neighbors would know each other. Representative Campbell is an ambitious man. He's so driven by his passion for politics that he often brushes aside everything else. I see. That matches the way I had envisioned him in my head. Either way, he's requesting our assistance. Let's try asking about it if he's home. Oh, okay. It just opened. Unbelievable. What a foolish thing to do. We must find a way to retrieve our Representative Campbell. Excuse me, gentlemen. We are here regarding the support request. Ah, you're the CPD's something or other section. What a relief. We were becoming so desperate that we'd be willing to scrape the bottom of the barrel for assistance. Just a moment. Are you not Ellie, Mayor McDowell's daughter? Why have you come with them? It's been some time, Representative. As it stands, I am currently employed by the CPD. I visit you as a member of the SSS today. Is that the case? So be it. I suppose the mayor is neutral. Nothing to be concerned about then. But representative, the Imperial faction's cunning members rely on underhanded tactics. What if they catch wind of this incident? I'm guessing you're in a position that could cause some political strife, Mademoiselle Ellie. Speaking with Diet members is always such a pain. Excuse me, Representative Campbell. Could you tell us what happened? At least what details you're able to share about the situation? It's just you look so troubled, so... I seem to recall the support request seeking assistance in searching for an important person. Yes, that's right. Well, you see, I've run into a bit of a snag. I suppose I have no choice but to explain the situation to you. But let me make one thing clear to you. This is a politically sensitive matter. The Republican faction has been placed into a difficult situation. This must remain strictly confidential. Understood. We'll promise to keep this under wraps. We swear to remain silent about the investigation, Representative. Very well, then listen up. A certain person affiliated with our faction has disappeared. Could you elaborate? It so happens to be my very own daughter. She has run away from home along with our maid. All that fuss just to end up telling us his daughter ran away. By daughter, are you referring to Carla? We were classmates in Sunday school. Ah, really? Well, the representative and his daughter have never been on particularly good terms. Their relationship seems to be entirely compromised with petty arguments. However, the timing couldn't be worse. Our main supporter, Hayu, was raided this morning. Dealing with the aftermath has been cumbersome. That utterly foolish daughter of mine. I would normally leave her to her own devices during a hectic period like this. However, recent reports have shown the Mafia's spats becoming more dangerous. It's far too dangerous to leave two girls wandering around on their own. Yeah, I'd be worried about your daughter's well-being if I were you too. Not only that, but if this were to become publicized, the Imperial faction could use it as ammunition against me. You can't let your guard down during the diet, so I prefer to avoid any scandals. And with that, I request you, the SSS, to discreetly apprehend and return my daughter to me. It all comes down to protecting his reputation, then. Guess that's just how these bigwigs think. I already assumed as much. Well, it's clear that you're concerned for her. There's a fair chance she might be in harm's way, after all. Agreed. We understand the situation, sir. We accept your request to search for your daughter. Ah, thank God to us. Adios? I don't know. Bring her back immediately. I can't promise we'll be able to do it quickly, but we'll locate your daughter and provide protection until we've safely brought her home. Very well. I suppose I'll rely on you for the time being. Proceed however you like. I believe his daughter left a note in her room. That note may prove useful to your investigation. Thank you for letting us know. We'll take a look at it then. Wow, so much dialogue. So much dialogue in this game. Oh my goodness, everybody just talks forever. Looks like she left her message on this notebook. Let's see what it says. I've had enough of you and your insistence on only doing as you please. So now I shall do as I please. Goodbye. Oh, P.S. I'm taking the maid with me. Knowing you'll surely go hungry with no one here to prepare your meals. Where do we even begin? The dad's a real piece of work, but his daughter seems like trouble in her own way. Representative Campbell is the type to put his work ahead of his home life. And now that I think about it, Carla would often complain about her father in Sunday school. I wouldn't be surprised if a sudden falling out caused her to run away from home. However, the note fails to provide a clue about where we should begin the search. The only detail given was that she ran away from home by her own volition. Based on her note, I think it'd be fair of us to assume something. Suddenly she ran away from home, planned to run away from home. Her running away must have been premeditated. You sure about that? If it was, wouldn't the letter be a bit longer, filled with a bit more venom? Agreed. I am sure she would have written the note more cleverly to express her feelings of discontent towards her father. Yeah, okay, sure. I guess I'll pick the other one then. Oh, jeez, there's only two choices. How long do you think she ran away from home? I hope it hasn't been too long. Our search will be much more difficult if she's gone far. Well, it's impossible for us to tell with the information we have at this time. Let's try to get some information from the representative before we come to any conclusions. Well, I guess it's time to get out the shovels and start digging up some dirt. We should return here and go over the details once we've finished. Dude, every runaway is premeditated. Very rarely, when anybody runs away from home, is it just a spur of the moment thing. It's super, super rare. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It's just that it's a tiny fraction of the minority of cases. Between the diet meeting and the Heyu incident this morning was absolutely exhausting. I had even more appointments in the afternoon, so I came to rest at home for a bit. When I did, I couldn't find my daughter or her maid anywhere. Just as I was beginning to think something was amiss, I found her note. Oh, seems like she's the divine type. I doubt he didn't have any idea as to where she would go. Representative Campbell runs a strict household. For instance, he'll enforce small rules like everybody having to eat breakfast together. It's actually quite obvious that his daughter despises such trivialities. I see. His suffocating nature could very well be the cause of their strained relationship. Yeah, it sounds terrible having to eat all together and so domineering. And despite that, she still adhered to his rule and joined him for breakfast. How am I privy to such knowledge? I ate breakfast with them, of course. Now that we have information, shall we return to Carla's room and continue to analyze the further clues? Yeah, good plan, Tio. That wasn't much information. What else could we possibly learn? A tiny snippet of stuff. Well, how long ago do you think she ran away from home? I hope it hasn't been too long. Our search will be much more difficult since she's gone far. Good question. Going by what the representative told us, they probably left this morning. She was present. Oh, I forgot about breakfast. Yeah, sure. She departed. I think it's safe to conclude that she departed sometime in the morning. We should still be able to catch up with her. Oh, I still don't know where the hell she ran off to, though. Think we should ask her friends? Could be they've got a clue or two for us. No, I don't think we have time for that. If we consider the circumstances, there's definitely a place she would have visited. We know she left this morning without having planned to. Considering that, there is one place in particular she's likely had to visit first. IBC? I think she may have gone to the IBC. That makes sense to me. Our escapee probably needed some dough for her getaway. The IBC would be a pretty typical first stop for her running away from home. If she suddenly left, then she wouldn't have had much time to pack. The IBC is certainly a possibility. Shall we depart for the IBC then? She may still be there. Yes, let's get there ASAP. I mean, you know, the game's not like a great detective novel or anything. It's very intriguing about everything else, but like maybe individual stories like don't really make all that much sense. But as a whole, the world's pretty interesting. All right, we made it. Man, almost feels like we're stepping into a whole other, much more impressive world when we come here. I presume the representative's runaway daughter may have stopped here. Shall we inquire with the receptionist? Yes, let's ask Lante to see if she knows anything about it. Hello again, Miss McDowell. Do you need any help with anything? Hi, Lante. I'm just here to ask you a quick question. Did a lady by the name of Carla stop by here today? I think she may have been here with a maid. Oh, you're right. Carla did come in earlier. She told me she had urgent business to discuss with Mr. Croy. With Belle? Yes. Miss Croy agreed to a meeting, so I directed Carla up to the top floor. And this all happened about an hour ago. Do you mind if we go and ask Maribel for some details? Truth be told, we're conducting an investigation. Oh yes, I think you should be okay to talk to her right now. I believe she's currently in the CEO's office. Thank you very much. Alright, let's get cracking. I'm so sick of this. I've been stuck in meetings all day thanks to those Ravachi buffoons. Fortunately enough, I don't think their little raid will affect our stock prices negatively. I almost want to kick down their door and demand compensation for all the hassle they put me through. Your life never seems to get any easier. You could say that again. It doesn't help that father is who knows how many cells away right now either. But I digress. Did you need something, Ellie? Judging by the crowd you brought with you, it doesn't seem to be a personal issue. Yes, there's something I need to ask you, Belle. A woman named Carla should have stopped by the IBC earlier today. Did you happen to see her? Carla? Oh yeah, she definitely came here not too long ago. I'm acquainted with her, given that we're both in the upper echelons of society. She claimed she had an emergency and wished to speak with me directly. She proceeded to withdraw every last mirror out of her savings account. Damn, right on the money. Why did she have to speak directly to you for that, Mirabelle? Or Maria Bell? You'd think the receptionist would have been able to handle her request just fine. It has to do with the amount she drew. Under normal circumstances, you would need to fill out the appropriate paperwork. Today was an exception. As you might be able to surmise, I am unable to disclose the exact amount she withdrew. That said, it was in the hundreds of thousands of mirror. That is an exorbitant amount of money. The truth is, Carla's attempting to run away from home. We've been tasked to bringing her back safely. Do you know where she might have gone to, Belle? Oh, well, that would explain her rash behavior. Well, judging by the amount she withdrew, I would assume she's planning to relocate to a foreign country. That could be it. It is. Is it possible she had a destination in mind? Well, now that I think about it, I recall a conversation between her and her maid about sightseeing in Grancel. I believe Carla ordered her maid to make hotel reservations there. Grancel? Is that Liberal's capital city? So she's ditching this joint for Liberal. She must have departed for the airport then. We may be able to arrive in time if we proceed with haste. We must notify the airport's receptionist. Right, we have to hurry. We're sorry to bother you. We appreciate your cooperation. See you later, Belle. Sure. They sure know how to keep busy. Oh, that's right. It's inside buildings you get the world map. Station Street. Where's Crossbell Airport? Oh no, it's inside the station, that's right. Oh, okay, no, it's not here. You know, I don't really remember where it is. It's funny, the world map doesn't really show an airport. Or this overhead map doesn't show one. I know we've been to the airport before too, I just cannot remember where it is. West Street or East Street or whatever. I mean, it's definitely somewhere I didn't expect it to be. Dock. I'm actually surprised it's not a separate location that you can pick on the map. It's south. God, I want to say it's here. Yeah, here it is, the airport. Excuse me, do you have a moment? We have a bit of an emergency. Oh dear, what is it? You see, an individual came by by the name of Carla Campbell should have boarded an outgoing flight to Liberal. We were wondering, has that airship finished boarding yet? You said Carla Campbell? If you'll give me a moment, please. I'm terribly sorry, but Carla Campbell wasn't listed as a passenger. Are you positive? That's strange. I could have sworn that she should have been on this flight. Me too. There's only one flight scheduled today that's heading for Liberal, right? Correct, and it seems it has not departed yet. Pardon me? I knew it. You're with the police, aren't you? Wait, aren't you Marcia, one of the maids at Representative Campbell's mansion? Are you the maid that ran away with Carla? Yes, that's right. You see, Lady Carla never intended to go to Liberal in the first place. That was merely a rumor she spread to throw her father off her tracks. In actuality, she plans to live in the home of an acquaintance in the Republic. So she's going to Calvert. Crap, she must have gone to the station then. If you hurry, you might make it in time. I'm sorry, my lady caused so much trouble for everyone. But if at all possible, please bring Lady Carla back home. Despite what she says, she doesn't really want to leave Crossbell. So she's got her reasons for all this, huh? Well, time to roll. Let's bring her back. We'll bring her back for you, don't worry. If she's Republic bound, the train will be departing in a matter of minutes. There's no time to waste then. Thanks, Marcia. You were a big help. Marcia, could you go inform the representative of what's happened? You can bring Carla back to us. Okay, please. I'm leaving Lady Carla in your hands. Run over the screen. It wasn't that long ago that Erebonia and Calvert were on rather sour terms with each other around the time of the 100 Years' War. During that period, railway operations shut down and travelers lingering in Crossbell were forced to stay put. After all that blew over, the system was majorly improved to prevent a similar situation from ever happening again. Oh, excuse me. I understand you may be in a hurry, but please try to refrain from running in on the platforms. I'm sorry, could you give me a moment, please? Attention all passengers, please step back from the edge of the platform once the departing train bells begin to ring. For your safety, please refrain from leaning forward as trains pass through, and as always, thank you for your cooperation. Oh, okay, we took time out for that. Are you kidding me? My boyfriend, well, ex-boyfriend, dumped me, so I decided to try and ease the heartbreak by traveling abroad. This isn't the end for me. Just watch, I'll find a foreign guy that's 1,000 times more charming and handsome than that jerk. Oh, good for you, girlfriend. Yeah. More power to you. We plan to split the workload with Wenzel and the others and then start our investigation. Let us know if you figure anything out. Well, we don't have any concrete leads about the pills, so let's not mention that to them yet. The Imperial Company I used to work for when I was younger still contact me for consultation fairly often. It's a demanding job, but keeps me sharp at my age. It's more than welcome. I think we can afford a short break before we start inspecting the Erebonia-bound train. But don't let that break get you too comfortable now. We need to stay sharp, vigilant. Stringent as ever. Thanks for helping out with the Calvardian train inspection, Quattro. I just know how busy of a man you are. I wouldn't say that. Compared to the chaos that was the anniversary festival, this has been a walk in the park. Okay, we're in the station, so how come we can't? The Calvert-bound passenger train will soon be departing on platform 1. If you wish to board, please make your way over to the platform now, or wait for the next train. Well, here, platform 1. Let's go. Platform 1. The train bound for the Republic is now departing. If you are not boarding the train, then please step back to the center of the platform. Wait a second, isn't that the train Representative Daughter is supposed to be on? We can still make it. Let's get on. Oh, great. Now we're on the train to Calvard. What good is this going to do? We got that close. I wonder if we'll get in trouble for not following protocol. Officers should be allowed to board trains during emergencies, so we don't have to worry about that. However, the problem remains. What do we do now? The plan was to convince Carla to return home, correct? Yeah, well, we can't ride on this train forever, you know. And we still gotta drop off those drugs at St. Ursula, ain't that right? That's true. We have not come this far to simply give up. Yeah, I know. The next step is Altair. The next stop is Altair, located at the western edge of Calvert. We should have about 30 minutes. Until then, let's keep trying to persuade her to come home. Roger. I'm no quitter. All right. I hope our words can get through to her. It's Carla. Hey, finally found her. Now we just have to persuade her to return home. The odds of her listening to reason still seem slim. Oread State is my homeland. You see, that's where I'm taking my grandchild. My totally not kidnapped grandchild. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't get enough of those, I tell you what. Okay, useless conversation. Don't tell me Marcia missed the train. I guess I'm all alone now. Can I handle this? Long time no see, Carla. Ellie, what are you... I mean, what a coincidence running into you here. Are these your friends? Oh, are you planning to spend a day or two in the Republic? Well, Carla, how should I start this? Actually, we came to take you home. We're on a trip to the Republic. Well, now we're on a trip to the Republic. Don't tell me that father put you up to this. How wrong I was. Those aren't friends. Those are your colleagues, aren't they? Your efforts are in vain. I shall never return home. I guess being blunt was a mistake. Oh, tell me about it. Sorry, everyone. I might have made her even more stubborn. But be that as it may, what exactly did you run home from in the first place? Judging by the note you left, it is obvious that you had some motive behind it. Well, it's a long story. My father is always ordering me around, filling my life with rules and more rules. Once he doesn't even respect himself. And this morning was a perfect example of it. I'll never forgive him for what he did. Which was? Whatever it was, it sounds bad. After breakfast, he walked into my room without knocking. Huh? That's it? Of course it's not just that. What if I was changing? More importantly, Father's the one always lecturing me about how I should always knock. And even though he throws a fit when I forget to do so. This morning he calmly strode into my room, commanding me to do this and that, and to attend a dinner party in the evening, and... He pries into every single small detail of my private life. It's like he can't do anything but that. I can relate that with how she feels, but this is nothing more than a misunderstanding between a father and daughter. How should we handle this? Your father is to blame. Did you try locking your door? I mean... I guess we should cozy up to her. Then your father's in the wrong. I can sympathize with you, Carla. You think so too? I knew leaving home was the right decision. Still, it's the first time I've ever left Crossbell. The only reason I decided to go through with this plan was because Marcia said she'd accompany me. I think I get the gist of this mess, but she still looks hesitant, right? She never had the strongest heart to begin with. She ran out of the house in a hurry, but I bet with every step she became more and more uneasy. Then she should almost be at her breaking point. Stay in your child alone, your father's worried about you, your maid is worried sick. I was wondering why I still hadn't seen Marcia. No, she must have betrayed me, didn't she? Unacceptable. I specifically ordered her not to tell anyone. Please calm down, Carla. It's true that Marcia informed us of the situation. That's only because she was worried sick about your safety. Despite what she says, she doesn't really want to leave Crossbell. Her words, not mine. Marcia, she really said that? I'm leaving Lady Carla in your hands. That was her farewell before we made our way to the station to find you. Well, I think it'd be best if you had another talk with your pops. Instead of running away, won't it feel better to say what you want to say to his face? You may be right. I had started to think that there was no one at my side. But if Marcia's waiting for me, I don't mind returning home. Everyone, perhaps, could you stay with me a little longer and let me get everything out of my system? Besides, I need to start thinking about what I should say to Father. Sure, we can do that. We should be near Altair. But we still have the ride back. If you want the company, we'll be glad to oblige. Lloyd and the others transferred in Altair for the return trip. Then, 30 minutes later... Hold on a minute. Whew, we're finally back. That was a long trip, in more ways than one. I'm sorry for the trouble I've caused. I truly thank you for listening to what I had to say. Please don't worry about it. Oh, who's to say we can't handle consultations? You can count on the SSS to lend you an ear whenever you need. Thank you. How dare you worry me at a time like this, you daft girl. Speak for yourself, Father. If you hadn't tried to come find me yourself, it would have been one thing, but to think you hired other people to do it for you. Excuse me, Lady Carla. My apologies. I was just so terribly worried. You should be sorry. I'm upset with you too, Marcia. Forgive me. But, well, I'm grateful too. Can I count on you to continue to be by my side? Of course, I'd be happy to. Oh, thank heavens. I think I finally made up my mind. I have some conditions, Father. You must knock every time you wish to enter my room. Every time, okay? In addition, you may no longer intrude upon my private life. If you refuse, I'll be hopping right back on the train, and I won't look back. Well, you have to stay home and behave yourself for a while first. So, are you honoring my request, or are you refusing it? Fine. I don't want to be worried or have another falling out. I'll accept your terms. So, this is the power of the something or other section. For the time being, allow me to thank you for safely bringing my daughter home. However, not a word of this incident is to escape your lips to anyone. Am I understood? You got it. Our lips are sealed. You can rest easy. Good. We're leaving, Carla. Don't tell me what to do. Ellie, everyone, until we meet again. I can't thank you all enough for all you've done. Please feel free to drop by our house whenever you'd like. We'll welcome you with open arms. The two of them bowed deeply. I guess that settles that. Even though that took forever, I'm glad we held them out. Judging by their conversation, I think they will work things out. What a relief. I hope you're right. I pray they'll be able to work out their differences. Anyway, Lloyd, we should get going now. There's still some requests we can finish up today. Yeah, good point. Well, let's get to it then. Are there? Are there really? Crossbell Cathedral. Oh no, I think it was the residential district, right? Yeah, the cathedral's not here. Mr. Quint, sorry to bother you. The police? That's right, sir. We're here from the Special Support Section, coming about your request. Well then. I want you to bring me 3 different kinds of flowers to place on the graves. Would there be any chance you could take this request on for me right now? Yeah, sure. We can start right away, sir. Glad to hear it. I'll get straight to the point. Got pen and paper on you? I'll tell you which flowers you need to collect. Ready for the first one? Yes. Teal, mind writing it down? Roger. First, the leaves flower. You'll find them blooming near the police academy on the West Crossbell Highway. Second, we have the requiem flower. I believe Tally's General Store on West Street sells them. Finally, there's the fennel flower. You know that watchtower near Crossbell's east exit? They're usually in the front of it. Well, they're usually at the foot of it. They tend to bloom near similar flowers too, so be careful not to overlook them. Once you're done, I'd like you to bring them all to me. Noted. May I ask what specifically you want these? Why specifically you want these 3 flowers? Yellow, blue, and white symbolize the repose of the soul here in Crossbell. Flowers of these colors are arranged into bouquets, which are traditionally offered during funerals. Oh, is this the language of flowers thing? I believe this is slightly different from a florography, Randy. I assume they are meant to reflect Crossbell's state colors. I think a tricolored bouquet was offered at Guy's funeral, too. Sir? What's up? You suddenly went quiet. Well, it's just that I'm a bit disappointed that your generation is so unaware of these old traditions. How do you expect to face the future without knowing your roots? Sorry about that. Sorry to disappoint you, but I ain't even from Crossbell to begin with. Fine, then. You know what to do. Off you go. Understood. You know, the traditions aren't really that important. We're going to get right to it. Buy some whatever. Putting nightmare killer. Is that food? Like I said, it's so expensive. I would never spend this much money on food in this game. Just to complete this stupid ass request. Oh, hold on a second. Let's see, Maine's just the only place I could go, yeah. I don't think the cathedral sells anything, any food. I mean, look at that, $2,000? That's a lot. I mean, money does not come that easy in this game. You have to spend a ton of money to complete this quest. You know, really an unreasonable amount of money. But only because they give you crap all for money. I have 2 peculiar dishes. Only 2? What? Oh, so it's only specific dishes? Are you kidding me?
Yosh, yaru ka?
まあ、なんとかなるかと当然の結果ですね。
よーし、やるか。
よし、これならなんとか。うん、できたわ。
よーし、やるか。ごめん、みんな。
Oh.
よーし。
I ruined it? What?
問題なさそうです。やりました。
よーし。
I gotta make a hamburger.
よし、完璧だ。よーし。
よし、これならなんとか。ごめんなさい。
よーし。
まあ、なんとかなるかと新たな発見です。
How come she can make everything? What the heck?
何かしらこれ。
任せ。
まあ、なんとかなるかとやりました。
よーし。
Lloyd did popcorn. Come on
ご
now.
めん、みんな。よーし。
ちょっと自信ないけど、何かしらこれ。
よー。
問題なさそうです。やりました。
And she makes the best of everything.
よーし。
よし、これならなんとか。大成功ね。
5.
Yoし、やるか。
ちょっと
任せとけって。おお、いい感じじゃね。よし、やるか。
よし、これならなんとか。ごめんなさい。
よし。
What?
ちょろいちょろい。おお、いい感じじゃね。よし、やるか。 任せとけって。
Randy makes a good ham sandwich,
こんな
really.
もんか。よし、やるか。よし、完璧だ。よし、やるか。任せとけって。おお、いい感じじゃね。
5. What the heck, man? Ugh, what an annoying quest. Blew all my money on that. Oh well, why don't we stop it there? This is audap. You've been watching The Legend of Heroes, Trails from Zero, running on Nintendo Switch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.